Good morning. How is everybody doing this morning? Oh, this morning, we're going to get right into it. I found something that hit that righteous anger this morning. I woke up and I felt it. I couldn't understand what it was. It was like something's got me irritated. What has got me irritated? Why am I reacting to like other people's words? So I had to think about it. I was like, all right, anger, first emotion. What am I afraid to lose? What's going on? Because the words that were setting me off was spirit guides, Palladians, fucking aliens. So when I realized what it was I wanted to talk about, it got real dicey. Because to listen to this, you're going to have to listen to a guy with a face tattoo that you think is not spiritually inclined in any way, shape, or form and is preaching against every form of what everyone considers goodness and spirituality. And you got to listen to it. Well, you don't have to. You just click off the video right now. This one might not be for you because, like, we're going to get into a truth right now that just my personal truth, just my own belief. It's how I look and think. So here it goes. False prophets. False fucking prophets. The woke movement. The idea of, and this is really going to piss a lot of you off. So if you can sit through it, there might be something there for you. But if not, hey, I understand. I can only share from wherever I'm at on the spectrum. And if I'm way below you and you're way more spiritually advanced and you got it all figured out, well, I just leave you with this question. Why the fuck does the world look like it does if you're right? Keep praying to God, whichever one it is. How's that working out for you? Sitting around waiting for some inkling in your butthole so you can say your spirit guide told you to do it. How's that fucking working out for your life? Is it working out amazing? How come it is that the only one it's working out amazing for is you? It's almost like the very path that you walk, other people have to suffer so you can have it. How come your positive way you live life, a bunch of other people are getting fucked up because they didn't make the same decision? Your spirit guides love you more than they love your enemies. Well, let's argue about it. Let's argue about the fact that every religion and every philosophy and everything that's going on in the world right now doesn't make up 50% to balance all the darkness. Let's talk about it. Let's not waste any time getting into this. What point in time do you accept the fact that the thing you're continuing to do doesn't serve humanity? For your personal life and your personal journey and how you feel. Do you feel attacked yet? You should, because you've given your power away to external sources, to external ideas, to external philosophies. You have given your power away and you call it spirit guides. If angels exist, demons exist, right? If humans exist, aliens exist, right? You've given away your power. I'm not even gonna try to like save your feelings. You're allowing something outside of yourself to guide you, and therefore you are not in control of your life. Period. Period. And let's get into this whole spirit guide thing, because man, does it got me irritated right now. So your ancestors, let's get into this. And there's angels and layers of metaphysics according to all these people. There's all these crazy things that you need to listen to, and they're going to give you the message and they're going to let you know what's going on. The only way that that would be an actuality, here, just hear me out on my argument, is the only way that you would need outside guidance is if you've already given up your innate power to build and create on your own. The second you say, I am human, you are not God. It's that simple. And I could just hear it in the call, oh, you think you're God? I think I can create anything I want in my own personal life. I think you don't have the power to stop it. I think that absolutely anything that I come up with in my head, I can figure out how to create. And by creating it, then it exists in the world. A lot of the things I've created, no one else has created before. And there's a bunch of cool stuff I've never seen before, would have never thought up that other people have created. That creation of new things, that's inner guidance. The creation of an establishment for money, for all. You guys realize, and I'm going to throw this right out there in your face right now, there are too many resources. Did you know how much food gets thrown away in just the United States every year while people on the streets starve? Did you know for every homeless person in America, there's 3 vacant houses waiting to be sold because they've been put into a market where investors that don't even live in these homes own them and add at least $100,000 to the price point because it's an investment for their investment firm. But you could put a homeless person in an empty house in America, every one of them, and they'd still have 2/3 of their portfolio to make a profit off of. This idea of like guides guiding you. If time is just observation, and the more that we observe, the more that we consider it time. See how I'm talking about it weird? And time only exists because we observe it. And you're like, no, it's just going to keep going on. Doesn't matter if you die. You don't have a case study where nobody was watching and what the consequence and result was in any way, shape, or form. How do you know for a fact? You do not. You're absolutely going off a lie that this is how it's always been, creation or mysticism or aliens seeded us. Your views are based on human fears. If someone doesn't guide me, I'm never going to get there. You needed someone to tell you that hurt. You needed someone to tell you that you're being a shitty person. No, you need empathy. You don't need another starseed guide from the Palladian galaxy of XY suck my dick. And let's just go into it, especially the Palladians. You know what the Palladians supposedly are? Let me give you some woke knowledge. The Palladians are us from a very, very distant future, and they've come back because this is the point in time where they lost it and the whole society of humankind fucked off because somewhere right now there was the decision made that altered the course of everything and fucked everything up. And they came back through time to save their older versions of themselves. Palladians aren't even allowed on Earth right now. I don't care if you believe me. It doesn't matter what you think. They get shot the fuck down if they come close. Period. You want to know why? Because there's the worst versions of us that have come back to influence us for their person. They don't even fucking care where we're at, if you believe in Palladians. And their whole philosophy is defeated with one simple thing. If you're real, give us all of your technology that you currently exist in, all of it, right now, to the whole population, not just select few so you can control who has it and how it goes and all that according to your science and your fucking, oh, boo, 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 boo. This is how reality is going to go. That's one slight sliver of what reality is possibly like, according to what they're saying. If they were real and they cared and they were here to help, they would just give us everything because by definition, by giving us everything they have, it would destroy that future because that future ended at their technological advancement. Do you understand? So if you take their technological advancement, you bring it all the way back to here, They're gone. They never existed. They never showed up in their spaceships. None of it existed. It's the loop that closes the second they give us what they learned. And they have not given us a fucking thing. So how can they be truth if the very reason for their existence and their very message is subverted by the fact they're doing the exact opposite of what they say they're going to do? And you tune the fuck into them and listen to what they have to say. I don't like to go Bible thumping because I got a real problem with the context of the Bible, not the ideas or the message or the parables or the underlying spirit. I have a fucking problem with the lies of the Bible. I have a big fucking problem with it. But at least it acknowledges demons and angels and metaphysics and different things. Like, you see this? You're like, oh, that's the Jewish star. No, that's an interstellar portal. That's a three-dimensional representation of a tetrahedron. That's your oldest religion right there. And I have other ones. There's definitely have other. I have no problems with religion. I have no problems with human beings. I have a problem with the lies that are being told to all of us. So if angels and demons exist, according to you Christians and a few other religious sects, if angels and demons exist and that's it, and it's angels and demons and us, then could we agree that anything that was an ET or extraterrestrial or interdimensional or all these things, if it's not there to absolutely protect and help us understand more than we could ever understand in this world, is it even good or is it evil? That's just for you Christians that don't believe in the woke movement, but it believes in you. You get it? Like, I know it feels like I'm attacking religions, but I am. Right at the heart of it, right at the base of the fucking building blocks that you guys seem to. I'm watching other people and I'm watching them channel messages through other things. I'm watching tarot readers and soothsayers and they've all got this huge message, right? It's been like coincidentally almost like the algorithm from an AI is putting together the same sort of videos to give you the same sort of message. Have you noticed that? Try logging in from a different device and see if you get a different message. I have a problem with that. I have an absolute problem with this idea that everything you are and everything you could be and everything that exists as your unique view of whatever it is, that somehow you have to divide. Do you know what happens when you divide something? It doesn't become a whole anymore. You've taken away from it. You haven't added to it. And if you add another number, to add another number does not mean to take away. So if you're already at 1 and you add a 1, so now you feel like you're at a 2, you have 2 ones, right? And then somebody comes along and says, if you take these 3 ones away, it'll put you at 1. So you take the 3 ones away, now you're at -1, but you're supposed to be at +1. That's what guides are. If it's outside yourself, it's horse shit. And it's always truth mixed with lies. It's always truth, one little thing, that one little swerve. And I talked about this yesterday. I was like, listen, you got to know the difference between true and false. You got to, and it's really easy. How does it make you feel? And the idea that someone else is in control of me, that my entire existence is preordained and pre-planned, that in no way, shape, or form, unless I follow a very specific set of parameters, then I'm a bad human being. That somehow, if I don't walk a certain way or talk a certain way or look a certain way, I'm not a good person. That my spirit isn't fucking beautiful. Spirit guides are the lack of free will. It's the fucking carrot and the stick. It's no different than these fucking Jew neo-Nazi fucking religions. It's no different. Have you ever had a Christian treat you like a piece of shit because you're a fucking sinner? You need an example in the real world? You ever had a Buddhist wish you the best, thinking they're elevated and they only have 108 fucking pathways to choose from, and that's it for their whole existence because they gave their fucking energy away? They gave their creation point away beyond 108? Spirit guides. Spirit guides. Outside influences. If it's inside, you have to let something in. You have to let something into you. You have to accept it as truth for it to be fucking truth. You have to. And there's so many people that I see that are just beautiful human souls. I see it, and they get close, and then something derails them. A Palladian shows up, an Acreon, a fucking Archangel Gabriel seems to show up for fucking everybody. Archangel Michael seems to be everybody's best friend. Fucking yank my nuts. Jesus speaks to you in your fucking ear. The Palladian Council of High Light stands around you, and you will tell the people how it is. You fucking clowns, charlatans, bullshitters. And then here's the best part. This is what set me off to no end. The message I got this morning from someone is, if and when you feel enlightened or to share, that you should fucking charge for it. The spirits are guiding you to just take and make money off this because you're making an imbalance by not accepting fucking money from people for the gifts that you're given by spirit. What? What the fuck did you just say to me? What the fuck did you just say to me? I have to take money to care about people? If there's not money involved, I should pursue something else so there is money involved? I should bend my fucking knee to a man-made fucking god? Fuck you. Clearly, precisely, with my fucking chest. Fuck you. This is what righteous anger looks like. This is when you stand up and you go, are you fucking kidding? Get the fuck out of here. This is one of those. I had to be very clear on how I feel about this. I don't ever want someone to feel like, in some way, shape, or form, that they're going to own me. That I'm somehow... Here's the funny part. You've been fucking conditioned internally to believe that external sources are your savior. Jesus is out there, right? He died for you. He's an external idea. Buddha, Ganesh, fuck, I don't care which religion we want to go to. I state and I fucking argue that everything that's holy and whatever the fuck else words you want to use to try to feel better about it, that's inside you. In your mind, in your imagination, in your heart, in your soul, in these very ideas and concepts that have been dumbing down that you can only access through external sources. You can't just sit down and fucking think about things and then all the extra gifts, clairvoyance and being able to hear and being able to see and all these other things that people are claiming to do. And you've decided that what you should do with them is make money. Well, I need to be able to live. You need to be able to live the way that you think you're fucking entitled to. And if you think you're not being entitled, how much of your money have you sent across seas yourself by going there and helped at least one child? I don't give a fuck. How many of you picked the fuck up, went across the fucking ocean and helped one child and made sure that you helped one? Not put it in one of the fucking foreign things, and well, we're just gonna help. These people are doing so good. Look at this. Or when's the last time you got the fuck up and did it yourself? I need a guide. I need an adult. I need help. Fuck. You needed help. You didn't turn inwards. You didn't turn to that fucking person on the inside of you that knows when it hurts. You didn't do none of that. I feel so good because I've been saved and I got baptized. They dunked your head in water, stupid. You're 78% water, stupid. All you did was take a bath, stupid. It was the mental. Give away your power and we'll forgive your sins, and you can live for the rest of your fucking life blameless. You can forget about the lessons, and you don't need to make it make you stronger. We just want you to avoid anything hard, and we want you to pray about it and let God take care of it. And God is external. Please put your money in the collection fucking plate. And now you want to capitalize mysticism too? And I mean, really capitalize it. It's bad enough. They got all these streamers playing video games. They've capitalized playing video games. You can't even play video games unless you have money at this point. When's the last time you've seen a video game where it took you 1,000 hours to beat the game, where the gameplay mattered? It does not. Just the graphics. Just the fucking graphics. So, here's your morning pissed off message. I hope it helps, because like, if you don't understand where I'm coming from, this message wasn't for you. There's nothing I can do about that. If you felt my energy and you disagreed with me, cool, because you got to thinking about what I had to say. And it's okay to disagree with people. It's okay to think the other person's completely fucking wrong. It's not okay to give your power away. If nothing else, use an example of not wanting to fucking listen to me and apply that to the other bullshit that's actually fucking your life up. Because I ain't fucked your life up. I ain't led you astray. I ain't put you in a fucking predicament in life where you need to externally accept someone else's control. I've never done that to any of you. Not a single one of you. So use how fucking opposed you feel to me and see if it fucking checks in with any other fucking bullshit you're telling yourself. Let me know. Don't let me know. Leave me a bad comment. Leave me a good comment. I'd say subscribe, but I'm never gonna fucking ever monetize this channel. Never. I'll get 100,000 views. I will get $0. Fucking they get $0. Nobody gets any fucking money off of this, period. Do I like money? Yeah. I think it's a great tool. I think it's a great convenience tool. There hasn't been a single thing in my life that I haven't been able to do without money, however. I've traveled a long, long ways, no money. I've seen some crazy things, met some cool people. I've had a life experience with no money. You can double check the account. There's never been a bank account. There's never been $5,000 for me to blow. There's never even been $1,000 for me to spend on bills. I've been so broke my whole life. So if you're right, how come my life exists as it does? It only takes one example of truth to make something else a lie. It doesn't take two things. It doesn't take five. It takes one thing that shows that it's not all the way truth for it to all the way not be truth. There's no denying simple logic. You can poo-hoo all you want. Go pray about it. I talk to things in my head all the time. It's probably just voices, right? And I don't mean like, oh, I'm crazy and they tell me to do things. No, I just have a running dialogue in my head with myself all the time about people, places, and things. I'm constantly double checking in with reality versus what I'm experiencing. People can say this, but is this actually happening? People can tell you that this is your future, but is your future actually anything more than you create? How can an external source tell you what your future is going to be if you have absolute free will and nothing is written in stone? There's just what? This quest list, and if you want, and if you become good enough or bad enough, then there's these quests that you can go on in the world like a video game. That's what I'm supposed to figure out. And the little fairies popping out of the bush saying, hey, Link, we should go this way. Spirit guides, Jesus, the devil, all these amazing concepts to keep people afraid and out of themselves. You pray externally instead of talking to yourself internally about the situation that you didn't like, that you didn't want to put up with, that you didn't want anything to do with. Do you realize that's also praying when you talk to yourself? If you yourself are a child of God or whatever, then by talking to yourself, wouldn't you be talking to God by definition? By talking to yourself, by being mad at yourself, by praying to yourself. And I don't mean in some deity way. I mean like, bro, we got to stop doing this. Look at how we feel. Look at how we're acting. Like, we got to fucking stop. Isn't your heart and how you feel the end result and how you act? And even if it's logically, isn't it still based on the emotional effects that it had on you? And you make a logical conclusion based on how you feel? The fuck do I know? I got a face tattoo. Don't follow me. But listen to me, learn from me. Even if, don't do that. Even if this triggered you to the point where you're like, I'm never going to listen to this guy again. My spirit guides are right. My spirit guides are right. Instead of you being God in your universe, you're somebody else's version of a human. And the idea that you have unlimited power, but you only use it when given permission. Man, the idea that somehow you're not the most powerful thing in creation, your individual creation of the world that you've created individually for you to experience, that somehow some sky fairy came the fuck down and pushed you in the right direction, then what's bad karma and all those other things and all those free decisions? So you're telling me that there's a reward and punishment system that we don't even have access to, that our lives are completely ruled by. What the fuck is the point of living? It really sounds to me like every one of you believe in some god that likes to torture monkeys, and that's okay. And you deify and accept his or her or it or multiples explanation as to why you as a monkey should be fucking tortured with the hope of reward after you die. That's a death cult. You're in a death cult. You're in a fucking death cult. You're in a goddamn death cult. Every fucking one of you, you're in a death cult. You only get rewarded after you die. Or you only get rewards here, and then when you die, you're punished. You're in a fucking death cult. A big ass, what the fuck is going on? How many people do I need to smack with a fucking shovel death cult? Holy fucking shit. So I just wanted to make a video because I just want to let you know I want the smoke on this one. Give me the fire. Go ahead. Hit me with it. Show me your arguments. You tell me how it is that this one fucking time your spirit guides helped you, but your whole life's a fucking train wreck. And somehow that's somebody else's fucking fault.